Good fam, welcome back to the channel. Today we're about to dissect one of the coldest, most calculated diss tracks in hip-hop history. We're talking about Kendrick Lamar's 616 in LA.
Yeah, somebody's lying, I can see the vibes on act.
Oh shit! No! You get on big act!
Even he looking compromised, let's peel the layers back. Ain't no...
Nigga, what? How am I compromised? Why you say fuck me for?
Oh, Lord, this nigga diss Akademiks.
Oh, God, is Ak about to get cooked?
Did I just hear the Drake dick rider get called out?
And trust me, this joint is layered like your mama's Sunday lasagna. Before we even get into the bars, let's talk about the title itself, 616 in LA. Now on the surface, it's a timestamp, right? But Kendrick don't do nothing by accident. This man is operating on chess master levels while everybody else playing checkers. The timestamp references the exact moment this track dropped, but it's also a direct counter to Drake's 8 a.m. in Charlotte and 5 a.m. in Toronto series. Kendrick said, bet, I can do that too, but watch how I flip it. It's the ultimate power move, taking your opponent's format and making it hit different. Now let's get into these bars, and bruh, buckle up because we about to go deep. Remember when I picked up a pen, lyrics that I can trust.
Picked up a pen, lyrics that I can trust.
He killing this shit.
I'm still grooving to the beat.
Yeah.
Hell nah, he said I pick up a pen. Lyrics that you can trust. Basically, I write my own shit.
Timid soul, staring in the mirror, asking where I was from often.
Timid soul, look in the mirror, asking where I was from. Nigga from Compton, man, he's not to be fucked with.
Right off the rip, Kendrick takes us back to his origin story. He's talking about that pivotal moment when he realized his superpower wasn't in the streets, it wasn't in no material possessions, it was in his time to string words together and create poetry that cuts through the noise. The pen has always been Kendrick's weapon of choice. This ain't new for him. Throughout his whole discography, he's been referencing writing as his form of warfare. On Euphoria, he said, "Keep making me dance, waving my hand and it won't be no threat." Basically saying his hand movements while writing are more dangerous than any physical altercation. That pen is deadlier than any gun, any fist, any physical weapon you could imagine. When he says lyrics that I can trust, he's emphasizing authenticity. In an industry full of ghostwriters and fabricated personas, Kendrick is reminding everyone that every word that comes out his mouth is his. No cap, no ghostwriters, no borrowed thoughts, just pure, unfiltered Kenny.
I'm trying to think about the timeline of how shit dropped, right? I actually believe that maybe right after Euphoria, he probably had this done, or he might have had this done before Euphoria, okay? Anyway.
Really bang and set my nigga Chuck T, you know.
And then with Chuck T, obviously, is, you know, Jason Taylor, okay?
Timid soul, stare in the mirror, asking where I was from often. Now this line hits different when you really sit with it. Kendrick's describing that classic hero's journey moment, the identity crisis. He's looking in the mirror, seeing this gift he's been given, but also wrestling with the weight of it. Where I was from ain't just about Compton geographically. Nah, it's deeper than that. He's questioning his purpose, his place in the grand scheme, what this power means for him spiritually and mentally. It's like when Peter Parker first got bit by that spider. You got these abilities now, but what's the cost? What does it mean? How do you wield this responsibly? This vulnerability is what separates Kendrick from everybody else. Most rappers would never admit to having moments of doubt, moments of fear. But Kenny, he puts it all on wax because that's what makes him relatable. That's what makes him real. I know this type of power is gonna cost, but I live in circadian rhythms of a shooting star.
I know this type of power is gonna cost, but I live in circadian rhythms of a shooting star.
Do you know what a circadian rhythm is?
It's your sleeping pattern, the way you wake up and go to sleep.
What he trying to say is, man, I might wake up every 3 years, do an album, but guess what? It's like watching a shooting star. Everybody gonna point.
You never forget it, and it brightens the whole night sky.
Yo, now we getting into the multi-layered wordplay that makes Kendrick the king of this rap thing.
And Drake really thought that he had a chance. He thought he had a chance. So what I need y'all to do right now is just drop a like, a comment, and subscribe. It's your boy Jet Ski G. We back with another banger. You know, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. Let's get right back into it. Sheesh.
Let's break this down piece by piece because there's so much happening here. First off, this type of power is gonna cost. Kendrick's acknowledging the price of greatness. He already explored this theme heavily on his 2022 album, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, particularly on the track Crown, where he sang about how heavy the head is that wears the crown. There's always a sacrifice when you're at the top. Loss of privacy, loss of normalcy, relationships get complicated, trust becomes a luxury you can't afford. But then he flips it with, I live in circadian rhythms of a shooting star. And bruh, this is genius on multiple levels. On the surface level, a circadian rhythm is your body's natural 24-hour cycle. your internal clock that tells you when to sleep, when to wake up. Shooting stars, meteors, comets, they follow predictable patterns too. Annual cycles we can track and anticipate. But peep the layers. Kendrick himself is a star, a celebrity who shot up into mainstream success with the rhythm of his music. He's literally a shooting star in the hip-hop cosmos. Remember on God from his Damn album, he said, "Ever since a young man, all I want to be was a gunman. Shooting up the charts, better run, man." Same wordplay, different context. But wait, there's more. This could also be a shot at Drake. The star could reference Drake as a celebrity, and shooting could mean shooting disses. Kendrick might be saying he lives rent-free in Drake's head so much that Drake dreams about him during his circadian rhythm, during his sleep cycle. That's crazy levels of psychological warfare right there. And if you remember earlier in the verse, Kendrick mentions jumping between planets, which is literally what a shooting star appears to do as it streaks across the sky. Everything connects. Everything has purpose.
Right.
What?
Everybody saying Kendrick dropped.
Are y'all trolling me? Kendrick did not drop, bro. Not again, bro.
Today?
A fucking dead?
Again. Again.
It's like this nigga's in my chat. It's like he's watching my stream. It's like we can't even get a moment to like, yo, hey, now Drake dropped a good one here. I know we gonna get, he's dropping again. Bruh. Did this nigga make an album filled with diss songs?
Potentially.
Bruh! What's up with this shit, dog?
The mannerisms of Raphael. I can heal and give you art. Now this bar right here, this is that high-level literary genius that makes English teachers excited. Kendrick's invoking not one but two Raphaels in one line, and both references are intentional and meaningful. First, he's talking about Raphael, the Italian Renaissance painter and architect, one of the three great masters alongside Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci. Raphael was so influential that he inspired an entire art movement called mannerism. Kendrick saying, yeah, these are diss tracks, but don't get it twisted. This is high art. This is museum quality work. He's elevating rap beef to fine art status, saying what he's creating has the same cultural significance and technical mastery as Renaissance paintings.
What in the fuck is going on? I was even trying to go live on Twitter today, but now I got to. Let's listen to... Jesus Christ, what in the fuck?
That boy's stressing.
Bro, I'm in the middle of a fucking lyric breakdown of Drake shit and trying to show y'all we were gonna fact check shit, give the proper credit, and this motherfucker drops again? Again?
He put every syllable in that joint. Mother.
That's the level of excellence he's operating on. But then there's the second Raphael, the archangel from Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. The name Rapha literally means healing in Hebrew. This angel is known as a healer, a protector, a guide. Earlier in the track, Kendrick mentions 3 angels watching over him, and he references angels in his Family Ties verse too. So when he says, I can heal and give you art, he's positioning himself as both an artist and a spiritual healer. He's suggesting that these disses aren't coming from a place of pure malice. They're corrective, they're medicine. Bitter medicine that Drake needs to take. Teach him, heal him through this process, even if it hurts. That's some profound stuff right there. He's saying, I'm not just trying to destroy you, I'm trying to heal you, to give you vision you currently lack. But the industry's cooked as I pick the carcass apart.
The mannerisms of Raphael, like an heel, they give you art, but the industry's cooked as I pick the carcass apart.
But also Raphael, the Italian artist and painter, right? So he's giving you art at the same time.
That nigga just said he Raphael.
If you familiar with the Bible, Raphael was an archangel. He's saying he can do both.
This is his tailor-made.
This is Kendrick's tailor-made.
Kendrick's coming for the entire music industry here, not just Drake. Remember on Tailor Made Freestyle, Drake tried to frame Kendrick as an industry puppet, saying, hate all you corporate industry puppets, I'm not in the mood. I love it when you niggas talk loose like I'm not in the room. Kendrick already addressed this on Euphoria when he said, whoever that's finging with him, F you niggas, and fuck the industry too. He made it clear he's not beholden to no label, no executives, no corporate interests. But here, he's going even further. He's comparing the music industry to a dead animal, a carcass that's already cooked, already expired. And he's the coroner, the forensic expert, picking it apart to show everyone what really happened, how it died, what killed it. This imagery is visceral and intentional. He's saying the industry has been dead, has been corrupt, has been compromised, and he's exposing all of it. He's not just going after Drake, he's going after everyone who's been complicit in maintaining these fake narratives, these manufactured beefs, these corporate puppet strings.
Right.
DJ Mustard is in this too. Add him to the op list. God damn it.
Let me shake it to the max. Shake it to the max.
Yeah, somebody's lying. I can see the vibes on Ak. Even he looking compromised. Let's peel the layers back. Okay, now we're really in it. Kendrick's calling out DJ Akademiks directly, and this is where it gets nuclear. This line is a triple entendre, and we need to break down every single layer because it's absolutely devastating.
Yeah, somebody's lying. I can see the vibes on Ak.
Oh shit! No! You getting on Big Ak?
Even he looking compromised. Let's peel the layers back. Ain't no...
Nigga, what? How am I compromised? Why you say fuck me for?
Oh Lord, this nigga diss Akademiks.
Oh God, is Ak about to get cooked?
Did I just hear the Drake dick rider get called out?
But that's legendary for him.
Akademiks finna have a field day.
You know he love when he get mentioned, boy.
I know he gonna call this song trash.
For those who don't know, DJ Akademiks, also known as Ak, is one of the biggest hip-hop media personalities. He's got a massive platform on YouTube, Rumble, Spotify podcast, all of that. And he's been tight with Drake for years, like really tight, to the point where during this whole beef, it became obvious that Akademiks was essentially Drake's mouthpiece. During the beef, Ak kept claiming he was unbiased, but come on fam, we all saw through that.
He definitely is Drake's mouthpiece. It's to the point where I say this, remember like 2 years ago, Drake would post stuff and people would talk about it. Drake don't even post stuff. Akademiks just says what Drake is doing or Drake is thinking or about to do. That's where we get our information on Drake. It's just DJ Akademiks. He's the mouthpiece, but they not working with each other. He not paying Akademiks to do this. Stop playing with us. Let's keep going.
He was clearly Team Drake from the jump.
Right.
Drake even sampled Akademiks' live stream reaction in push-ups where Ak was mocking Kendrick's Family Ties bars. What top 5 you smoking on, Kendrick? After push-ups dropped, Akademiks was on his streams counting down the days, putting pressure on Kendrick to respond. Basically acting as Drake's hype man. Talking big, acting like Drake was untouchable. Like Kendrick couldn't possibly match that energy. But then when Euphoria dropped, man, the look on Ak's face was priceless. Dude was visibly shook, like you could see it in his eyes. The realization hit him that Kendrick wasn't playing games. The internet went crazy mocking him, and suddenly, people started counting down the days until Drake responded. The tables turned quick.
Crazy.
Now here's where Kendrick's genius really shines through, because Compromised works on 3 different levels.
Let's go. You gotta shoot him now. I'm sorry. Drake, you gotta shoot him and you gotta shoot him now. I'm sorry.
Crazy. I'm sorry. My bad for shooting you.
Layer 1, financial compromise. Akademiks isn't just biased, he's compromised. Meaning there might be financial incentives, there might be information being leaked through him, there might be a whole operation running through Akademiks' platform. He's not an independent journalist anymore. He's essentially on Drake's payroll, whether officially or unofficially. His credibility is shot because he's not reporting the news, he's making the news for Drake's benefit. And check this out, about a month before 616 in LA dropped, Akademiks bought a Maybach and said it represented all the rappers whose careers he killed. The cover art for 616 in LA, a photo of Maybach gloves. Kendrick was watching. He knew exactly what he was doing with that cover art choice. He was letting Ak know, I see you. I see what you're doing, and I'm coming for you too. Layer 2, emotional compromise, the fear factor. But here's the deeper layer that a lot of people missed. When Kendrick says even he looking compromised, he's also talking about how scared Akademiks looked after Euphoria dropped. Remember, Ak had been talking mad trash, hyping Drake up, putting pressure on Kendrick, acting like Drake was untouchable. But after Euphoria, you could see the fear in Akademiks' face. Homie realized that his boy might actually lose this battle.
You're rapping like he's Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. What are we gonna do with this shit? No, you're a master manipulator and a habitual liar too. Bro, this nigga just said,
hey, bro.
Yo,
hey,
hold on. I just want to put in perspective. This nigga got in the same line calling the nigga a master manipulator and a habitual liar. This nigga sound like a baby mama nigga complaining about her baby daddy. You're a manipulator. You're a liar. What type of bullshit is this? But don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell no truths about you. Okay, I bet. I'm trying to get into this shit. Hold on, let me put this gas back on. This shit's some bullshit right here. Yeah, I'm out the way. I'm low, okay. Yeah, the island's right here. Remote, okay. I ain't thinking about no Reaper, nigga. I'm reaping.
But I sold, okay?
Neutralized. I can only watch in silence. The famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid and now spiraling. What the fuck? Nigga, I don't got no energy to it, nigga. No bah! Wait, you're moving like a degenerate. Every antic is feeling distasteful. I calculate you're not as calculated. I can't even predict your angle. A pathetic master manipulator. I can smell the tails on you now. You're not a rap artist. You're a scam artist. With the hopes of being accepted. Scammer. Tommy Hilfiger stood out, but food will never invade your collection. I make music that electrify. You make music that pacify. I can double down on that line, but I spare you this time.
He's a
that
hater.
Random acts of kindness. No, this nigga rapping like he's Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
And that terrified him. Because if Drake loses, what does that mean for Ak's credibility? What does that mean for his relationship with Drake? What does that mean for all the bridges he burned defending Drake? Ak was compromised emotionally. His poker face cracked, his confidence shattered, and everyone could see it. The man who had been so bold and cocky suddenly looked nervous, looked uncertain, looked like he was regretting hitching his wagon to Drake's star. That's what Kendrick means by I can see the vibes on Ak. He could literally see the fear and uncertainty radiating from Akademiks' reactions.
Nobody can tell me. I don't want to talk on no silly. You know I got language barriers. It's no accent you can tell me. You come and I be no. I'm a selfish nigga. The crown is heavy. I pray they my real friends. If not, Hawaii and W Mary. I don't like you pop shit that for real. But you might hear the beat. Hey, fuck all that pushing P. Scoring, I'm terrorist rougher. Yeah, I'm moving feet. We ain't gotta get personal. This a friendly fade. You should keep it that way. Know some shit about niggas. Make
None of what it looks like is safe.
Ain't been about critics, not about gimmick, not about who's
the greatest.
Always been about
love and hate. Let me say it. I'm the biggest hater.
I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you
dress. You're rapping like he's Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. What are we
I mean,
do
wasn't
with
you
this
just singing
shit?
along?
No, you're a master manipulator and a habitual liar too.
The internet caught it too. People started making memes, started clowning him, started questioning whether Ak was ready for Kendrick to keep going. Because if Euphoria shook him that bad, what was going to happen when Kendrick really turned up? What was 616 in LA going to do to him? What about Meet the Grams? What about Not Like Us?
Why did Mustard kill this beat like this? Why? Bro, I'm upstairs. I don't know if you know, like, so where I stream at, this is a studio. Like, this is actually, like, I've recorded music, other people have recorded music here.
Oh, dope.
Back there, that's plexiglass. That's a plexiglass booth. There's a mic in there, whatever. There's a whole sound panel over here.
Okay.
There's pianos over here. Like, you can make music here, right?
Okay.
Like, obviously, I have the computers out of the stream.
Yeah.
So I have mad speakers in here. So when you see me, like, I don't wear headphones because I'm vibing out. So I cut my shit off, and this shit is loud. I go upstairs, and I ain't gonna lie to you. So, like, you know, this plane is loud as fuck.
The bass.
That shit just sound like a bop, even through the floors. I'm like, damn, the beat knocking. I'm gonna be honest with you. This
He hurt.
Let's go.
And as we know,
I wake up to a
Drake's song.
Start with the beat.
So this shit must have been mad recent.
Right.
Drake dropped the shit last night, and he's mentioning the song today.
Dollars, no, you're not a colleague. You
the fucking colonizer.
Take it to the max.
I'm running from the top.
Akademiks went from being Drake's loudest cheerleader to looking like a dude who bet his whole house on a horse that might not finish the race. That's compromise too. Not just financial or informational, but emotional. His confidence in Drake was compromised, and everybody could see it. Layer 3, the snitch theory. Kendrick's also suggesting that Akademiks might be one of the leaks in Drake's camp. This connects to the Pusha T reference later in the bar. Remember, one of the theories about how Pusha T got information about Drake's secret child was that there were people in OVO who weren't loyal, who were leaking information. Kendrick suggesting the same thing might be happening again, and Akademiks, intentionally or unintentionally, might be part of how information is flowing. Maybe Ak talks too much on his streams. Maybe he reveals things he shouldn't. Maybe he's so thirsty for content and clout that he becomes a liability rather than an asset to Drake. When Kendrick says, let's peel the layers back, he's channeling Pusha T's energy from the story of Adidon. Remember when Push said, we gonna take this slow. We just gonna peel it back layer by layer. That was right before he exposed Drake's secret child to the world. Information he allegedly got from people in Drake's own camp. Kendrick's using that same approach, suggesting he's got more information, more receipts, more layers to expose. And importantly, this is the second time Kendrick referenced Pusha T in this beef, the first being on Euphoria. He's aligning himself with the one person who definitively won a battle against Drake, the one diss track Drake never responded to because he couldn't, the one battle Drake had to admit defeat in. The phrase peel the layers back also suggests there's deeper corruption, deeper compromises happening behind the scenes. Akademiks might just be the visible symptom of a larger disease in Drake's camp. Leaks, snitches, people who aren't loyal, people who are in it for personal gain rather than genuine support. But bringing it back to that fear factor, the fact that Ak looked so shook after Euphoria tells you everything you need to know. He saw something in that track that made him realize Drake might be in over his head. And if the dude who's supposed to be Drake's biggest supporter is looking nervous, imagine what's going through Drake's mind. Imagine what's going through OVO's mind. This is psychological warfare at its finest. Kendrick's not just battling Drake, he's creating paranoia in Drake's whole operation. Who can Drake trust?
The coffee ain't hit yet, damn ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work cause my boss is a jerk and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life cause I don't feel alive and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel
emotionally, who's scared, who's having second thoughts. That's the kind of mental game that destroys organizations from within. And by calling out Akademiks specifically, Kendrick's doing something brilliant. He's making Drake question his relationship with his biggest media ally. Every time Ak says something now, Drake's going to wonder, is he really on my side? Is he scared? Is he saying things that might hurt me? Is he compromised? That's how you create division and mistrust. The beauty of this line is that no matter which interpretation you choose, financial compromise, emotional compromise, or informational compromise, they all work and they all hurt. That's master level wordplay right there. One word, 3 devastating meanings, all of them true in their own way.
Now we got to the end of it. Now this is the part where I give you my breakdown, so make sure y'all drop a like on this, hit that hype button, and leave a comment to let me know what y'all think about this part of the breakdown. Shout out my man Mike Drop TV, and me, I'm your boy Jetski G. We back with another banger. Now, with Ak being compromised in this situation, it was almost obvious. For me, being in the YouTube space, being in the writing space, just being an artist, period, it's obvious to know that Akademiks is compromised. It's obvious to know that Akademiks and Drake have always been friends and they're working together. Drake has been paying him and they have been coming up together for the most part. Akademiks, he actually admitted this on his stream maybe a couple weeks ago, how when you're an artist, the best thing you can do is link up with a media personality because both of you guys feed each other. Like, as an artist, you need somebody to break your stories. And as a media personality, you need to break stories. So linking up with an artist is the best thing for a great media personality. And for a great artist, it's the best thing for you to link up with a media personality. Now, how does this work together? As you see the trajectory of Drake and the trajectory of DJ Akademiks, they're almost parallel. They almost went up together. You get what I'm saying? So with them working together and feeding each other, They're both just gonna go higher and higher and higher and higher. And a part of that game, when you playing that game, you gotta act like we ain't cool, like we don't know each other. Like you just a big fan, and I'm just the artist. Meanwhile, I'm paying you to do all these things. That's just how the game go. That's how it is. It's an ugly game, but that's how the game go. So y'all drop it in the comments. Let me know. Did y'all think that Akademiks was compromised this whole time, or was this just new news once the battle dropped? For me personally, I already knew that he was compromised, that he was getting paid by OVO to drop things. I mean, he's a media person. Like, just think about it. He's a media personality, not only a media personality, but what Jay-Z say, he a business, man. Like he's a media business. He talks about it all the time. Like if you got an album roll out, if you got anything going on, go to Big Act and he gonna make sure your album doing what it's supposed to do. And then if he ain't feeling you, he gonna destroy your album. So what does that mean? Hold that thought. So you mean he's sitting around just talking about an artist for free? It don't work like that. He's a media business. If he's sitting around talking about you, he's getting paid to do it. All right, so it's your boy Jet Ski G. Make sure y'all drop a like, a hype, and a comment. Let me know what you think about that. If ain't nobody told you they love y'all, you know I love y'all. I'm going to drop another video right here and another video right here. One of these videos is actually going to be the last upload of 616 in LA. I'm out, y'all. Make sure y'all don't end up compromised. Sheesh.